This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. All right, so we're talking about Lil Durk MUWOP OTF, okay? Now, it's sad, it's sad to watch this stuff happen, okay? And I'm going to keep it, you might not like what I say in these things, but it's the truth, okay? Over the past 20 years, things have just gotten worse and worse and worse regarding how the feds and the police look at rap music, okay? You want to start a label, right? And sometimes that can, if there's criminal activity involved coinciding with the label, you might get wrapped up in a RICO case. We're seeing that with YF and Lucci. Casanova in a way, because he was, it's not directly related to his label, but, he was a rapper involved with, Gorilla, whatever you call it, Gorilla Nation, whatever you call it. Treyway with, 9 Trey, that brought more attention to it. They were already going down as 9 Trey, but then the whole Treyway thing looped a whole bunch of other people into it. BMF, infamous BMF, they put a name on it in 2000. If you study, if you just watch a bunch of interviews with Dexter Sosa and a bunch of other people, right? You'll see the breakdown of once they put a name on everything in 2000, I think it was 2000, they said they put a name BMF on it. Now you're opening yourself to RICO, but they had a different strategy. They wanted to get into music, legitimize, and get out. A lot of people have been able to do that. I'm not going to name the labels, but them. If you look hard enough, you'll see a guy that was definitely in the streets at one time and went legit with music, and some people do escape. I mean, Big Meech almost escaped, man, but there was too many snitches around. He didn't touch any work or anything. He was untouchable. But when people sell you down the river because they don't want to go away for any amount of time, and they get better deals for themselves, they uncovered the whole. He really went to jail for balling. He didn't go to jail for everything that they say, all this other stuff. He went to jail for balling out of control. He brought a lot of attention on himself, and then people kind of just started snitching on him, and that's a whole complicated breakdown of how. And that's what we're kind of seeing, and I can go through. There's so many rappers in jail right now. It's hard to keep track of. I don't think Pooh Shiesty's facing RICO or anything. It's just that he's just involved in criminal activity. Then you got Hot Boy, and you got Glock 9 down south. There's more. I mean, I can't keep track of everybody. What about Rollo? Ralph Goon gang, whatever. I forget what he called his label. That wrapped everybody up. Then you see OTF here. Once you put a name on it, and you got MUWOP, you got all these other guys going to jail. You got a lot of crimes. Just King Von and Lil Durk were on trial, and they technically still are. They're just out on bond. And then King Von obviously passed. But MUWOP involved with the FBG thing. Once they start connecting all this stuff, there's a reason why the feds picked up MUWOP and everybody. They're building a case. This is spooky, man. If I was Lil Durk, I would be saving every dollar I have for the best attorney possible because you already see what's trying to happen. It almost happened. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. It almost happened with... I'm not even going to go there. But, okay, it almost happened with the whole... Young Dolph thing. That was looking spooky. 2 years in a row they tried to get him at CIAA in North Carolina. Then a third time in LA. That was looking real spooky, man. That brings a lot of attention, unnecessary attention. And look at Lil Durk. He's out here. He's famous now. He's commercial. But this stuff can pull you backwards. You can take 10 steps forward and take 30 steps backwards because of your affiliations with other people, So you know, like what Durk has to hope now is that anybody that's OTF stays solid. There's another guy that was arrested in Georgia for shooting at a mall, right? You got to hope all these people stay solid, you know, and can do the time, you know. It's sad to see, because it's good to see people make it, right? But it's sad to see them get dragged backwards for affiliates and making the wrong moves, you know? So I just hope a little, you know, like, I'm saying this as a positive thing. Like, I hope Lil Durk just prepares for what looks like is, I mean, we've seen this story a million times, you know? Like, I'm not trying to put any negativity on it. It's already there, you know? He's already fighting a case. It's not like he's free and clear right now. He still has a pending case, you know? And who else got locked up recently? It's hard to keep track of all this stuff. I'm going to be honest with you. It's really difficult because there's so many people in jail, and you forget sometimes that people are locked up or they're released and still fighting a case, you know? NBA YoungBoy, it's not like, it's not Rico or anything, but it's just like he just stays in trouble. It's just Kodak Black, you know, like these guys stay in trouble. Kodak Black and NBA YoungBoy are the luckiest rappers I've ever seen in my life. They keep getting off. They keep getting second chances. They're on their like 9th chances, and I hope Kodak. I like Kodak Black, and NBA YoungBoy's young, and I hope he wakes up and realizes his position of power and the blessings he has for his whole family and all of his friends around him. He can empower everybody around him and make, I'm sure he's already made tons of people millionaires, but he can continue to do that. He has an unbelievable amount of power, and I just hope he realizes the good he can do with the power. Like, you know, his lawyer's putting him in a great position to correct everything. Kodak Black's lawyer put him in a great position to correct everything and move forward. Because Kodak Black, like, you know, I like Kodak Black. He grew on me, you know. I didn't really, in 2015, I was like, yo, but he was really young, you know. He was like, what was he, like 17, 18, you know, and, you know, he just had all this money, and, you know, he was living like, you know, how he was before, but with money, and it was, it got a little spooky for him. But, yeah, like, I'm just saying, like, all this stuff, people got to learn from this, okay? Don't put a name on your label if it has people that are doing criminal acts associated with it and everything, because when you put a name on something, they just connect it and make it like a criminal enterprise, you know? If they never put BMF on that, it would have still been confusing. And, you know, I see what they were trying to do. And they just I think they picked the wrong artist to back. Like, if Jeezy was his artist, I think they would have blew up faster. You know, like he had the wrong art, you know, he like Blue Da Vinci and everything. It just wasn't working, you know? It just wasn't working, you know? Like, of course, it got a lot of attention. Think about it. He was on DVDs with Rolls Royces, you know, Lambo. He was connected to the money. Billionaires in the street. I don't care what they say that you know, Big Meech only had 250 million. He had billions, man. Like those guys were moving, like unbelievable. When you see the documentaries and everything they were doing, unreal. Very rare for an enterprise to get that big, you know. Like, they were huge. Very smart, very, very smart people at the top of BMF, you know. Big Meech and his brother were low-key geniuses, you know. And if they had moved into if they had stayed together, if they had stayed together and moved into the music industry together, they would have been unstoppable. You know, they would have been the bad boy of the South. Rockefeller of the South. You know? Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. I appreciate you guys. I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.